I've connected a ground wire direct from the battery post, negative battery post, direct into the ground. It was suggested that the ground in the outlet down here, 12 volt, that I've tapped into for power and ground, might not be very clean. So we're going to test that out. So looking at the scope here, at the waveform for the input, we've got a flat line. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, we're on scope. So it's a flat line, thin. I guess that's good. Output. Just raised it up a little bit, so the voltage is slightly different, but that's okay. So this is good. We're not in a fault. Okay, so that's good. So let's try moving forward a little bit, get into a fault. There we go, there's the fault. And now let's check it again. Oh, it went away. Okay, so input has that goofy looking wave. Output has the square wave. Let's measure the voltage. To ground input. Ground to input 5.68. Ground to output, we got 3.9. Again, ground to input in fault, 5.69. And ground to output, 3.91. And the waveform, so when I let the clutch out, it clears the fault. That's interesting. Let's back up a little bit. No fault. So just for well, there's that was almost trying to fault on me. There we go, we're back in a fault. Let's check for repeatability. So we've got the scope. Let's get that up. We'll check the waveform on the output. Waveform looks square. On the input, it's nasty. And we'll check the voltage again. This is deep. And we're ground to input, 5.68. Ground to output, 3.91. Input, 5.69. Output, 3.9. We'll try to clear the fault. And let's repeat this again. Fault is cleared. We'll check the voltage from ground to input. Ground to input 4.9. Ground to output 3.94. We'll check the waveform. Input is flat. Output is biased, but it's flat. So that's no fault. interesting. It was faulted, and then I let the clutch out, put it in neutral, and it cleared it. So input still flat, output is flat. Fault again, seems pretty consistent. Flat. Goes square. That's interesting, isn't it? Input. Output. 0 miles an hour. It's flat. Oh. Here's the fault. Yeah, it goes back. Yeah, very interesting. So did the ground change anything to the battery? I suspect it did not. That was a question. I think we cleared it up. Improving the ground did nothing. Maybe the repeatability will help. And we got voltage and waveform for both cases. Okay, so I'm going to restore it back to the way I had it, because it made no difference. And we'll try something different. Maybe you guys can comment on what I should try next. Resistor values. Dakota Digital technician Sam had commented on adding a resistor from the signal to ground. Let's see. So that when it goes to 0, it pulls the signal down. I'll have to think about that a little bit more. Okay, that's it.